Welcome to Snaccidents! Hey, you might be asking yourself, what's a Snaccident?
Have you been out with friends and accidentally eaten all the appetizers for the table?
Have you sat on the couch for your favourite show and eaten a whole can of Pringles after only the first episode?
Have you gone up for your third plate at the family barbecue when everyone else is still in their first?
Then you, my friends, have had a Snaccident.
But that's okay. We're not here to judge, we're here to help.
By judging.
We accept this dark, dark hunger that lives in every one of us, but we're here to offer you better quality Snaccidents through careful consideration and cutthroat democracy.
Each episode, we bring snacks that we love in a head-to-head battle, an ultimate Snacc-down, where we taste and score each other's snacks and vote on the final Snack Champ.
At the end of each episode, the final
Snack Champ
will go on to fight the winner of the next episode and become our version of a Snack Highlander, or as we like to call it,
Snacklander. Now, what snacks qualify as competitors?
These can be any food or drink item easily attainable. We want to keep it simple and accessible so you can join in the fun at home.
Now, these can be snacks that need small amounts of preparation such as cooking, microwaving, or boiling, but they must consist of the product and just that.
Exactly. Now, with that out of the way, let's introduce ourselves as your guides and experts.
I'm Charlie, your limited edition snack addict.
And I'm Sam, your amateur chocolatier. And now, a quick message from our sponsor. Cacolo Treats is an online luxury confectionery business based in Wiltshire.
Born in the midst of the lockdown, their mission is to spread positivity, motivation, and happiness through everyone's favourite snack. Chocolate!
And you'll hear more from them later on. So, the theme this episode is...
Vegan snacks! And to help us weigh in on this topic, we have full-on vegan and all-round boss Jennifer Richards.
Hi.
So, Jen, can you tell us about a Snaccident that's happened to you?
Yes, so that my mum loves to remind me of. She took me to one of those, one of those corner shops. I remember there being one of those rotating full racks of chocolate mice, and it must have been very appealing to me because apparently I ate the entire thing and then promptly vomited on the floor.
A rack of rotating mice.
Chocolate mice. You get those racks, you kind of spin them like that.
Oh,
exactly.
Like a nice patisserie rotisserie.
Exactly.
I can actually imagine you just turning it and going,
And little 4-year-old me just ate the entire thing and then vomited them right back up on the shop floor. My mum had to pay for all of them.
At least
So everyone must have been absolutely thrilled.
It sounds like an all-round great adventure.
That was the last time I ever ate snacks, so this is my reprisal, I guess.
Been cursed from then onwards.
I've been cursed.
Oh. Fair enough. Charles, what have you been up to this week?
I have been watching a series called Arcane.
Ooh.
It's a show on Netflix following League of Legends, which is a horrible, horrible game that steals your life away. The show is absolutely stunning. It's got an amazing story throughout, and it just looks beautiful. And I think there is something for everyone in it. I couldn't not recommend it to someone. Go watch it. It's great.
I mean, that's fair enough. That sounds pretty good. I've watched the first episode on your recommendation. Really, really good.
It's my favourite show, and I don't say that lightly.
Right, well, Jen, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, it's been a busy week. As you guys know, I'm moving to Canada next year, so it's just an absolute wonderful nightmarish week.
Oh yeah, I cannot imagine that's easy, especially in the COVID times.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to go to that part of the world, so it's going to be a very exciting new adventure.
Exactly, well, we really hope it works out, and if it does, maybe we can come visit you.
Yeah.
And we can do Canadian snacks.
We can do Canadian
snacks.
Oh my goodness.
All the different kinds of thick bacon. Do you think Canadians have thick vegan bacon?
I don't know.
Do you think it extends that far? They have scratch and sniff money that smells like maple syrup, which is just the best thing ever.
Do they actually?
They actually do.
Wow, I'm really excited now.
Let's move the studio.
You can just come with me to Canada. Everyone just get your visas and we'll all go.
You know what? I would say I'd drive us there, but I did finally sell one of my cars.
He did it.
Yeah,
and
well...
the ocean is in the way.
I'll make it work.
Is it aquatic?
I haven't checked yet, but either way, unfortunately, after having finally sold my car, feeling an absolute wave of great relief, right up until the point where my remaining car exploded, which was not very good. So I was suddenly left with no car for a while, which was interesting. But it's all done. It's all done.
But to summarise, you don't have an amphibious vehicle.
Not yet.
Oh.
Oh. We'll see. With the fear of this becoming like a Top Gear podcast, of which there's like countless, we'll just say it's a car and we'll move on to the next bit of the show.
It is definitely a car.
It's definitely, such a car.
Oh, very car.
Very car. Right, okay, I think it's time to move on to round one.
So now we'll each get the chance to fight our case for the snacks we've brought and why we love them.
So, Charles, what have you brought this episode?
Okay, so I had a bit of difficulty with this one. There are a lot of contenders, but nothing I found particularly mind-blowing, and nothing really screamed vegan snack at me.
It's just so, you just want to take a bite out of a tree.
Yeah, but no. A lot of my go-to dark chocolate options weren't actually vegan, which is a pain because I really, really love dark chocolate flips, but they got milk in them.
That's quite disappointing.
Yeah, I almost went for Starburst and thought that was a bit of a cheap one, just going for the sugar snack. So I ended up going with Alesto's Texan-style barbecue crunch. I'm a big fan of Graze boxes, and this cheap alternative from Lidl really blew my mind. It's got just the right amount of spice to it. I'm not a spicy boy most of the time.
Oh, absolutely not.
No. It had a really nice smoky crunch, and it had a real pleasant kind of mix of ingredients that I really liked. It's the most vegan kind of snack I could find, because all of the stuff just comes out the ground. And that's what I was going for this episode.
The thing closest to dirt.
Yeah. No. I felt like for a vegan episode, I'd try and do something a bit out of my comfort zone. But no, I really like them. They're a great walking snack. They're good for energy. Yeah, it's just a great all-round kind of muncher.
Yeah, who doesn't love nuts?
Yeah.
Get some nuts in you.
Well, there's no nuts. I don't like nuts.
Are they not nuts?
It's sweet corn, peas, and like crunchy rice.
It's like a trail mix.
Yeah, it's like a trail mix.
Yeah.
And I'm on the trail daily.
You are.
Anyway, yeah, that's what I brought, and I'm quite excited for you guys to try it. Jen, what have you brought today?
So today I've bought Lotus Biscoff cookies. Quite surprised when last year I found out that they were vegan. In fact, I know.
Yeah, I did not know that either.
Yeah, crazy, right? I'm not usually fond of sweet things. I prefer savoury over sweet every time. They always looked intriguing to me, and so last year I finally tried them for the first time. Feels it's got a nice snap to it, which
We're
I
all
really
about pleasant mouthfeel.
Exactly. I prefer that to anything that's too crumbly or too chewy or soft.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I know I'm already a big fan of it, but I'm happy to try it again.
Sam, what are you bringing today, bud?
Today, I have brought Roundtree's Fruit Pastels. Oh, yeah, I know.
So intriguing.
Are they vegan?
They absolutely are. Yeah, well, this is it. Ever since I was a kid, when it came to sweets, fruit pastels were just the bomb. Like, they were just the best. Like, oh, you want some good sweets? Oh, can I get fruit pastels? Like, no, I don't have any. Fruit pastels are the best. Charlie's already shaking his head, so this is going to be interesting. For me, though, I guess, nothing else even came close. And my biggest concern when I was a kid was the lack of, like, red or purple sweets compared to the rest of the other, I guess, wonderful disappointments life has to offer, and has moulded me into the bitter person I am today. I will say I was very pleasantly surprised, though, to find that so many vegan offerings, especially when it came to sweets. That said, though, personally, there are quite a few things out there I'd say are kind of pretty hit and miss, in my opinion. I think there's definitely been a gold rush to produce something, anything that can like fit that market, and unfortunately quality has definitely suffered.
I mean, a lot of the time it's just getting the new thing. I know whenever I go shopping, I'm like, oh, that's a new thing, I'm going to try that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think you summarised that really well with the Gold Rush comments, especially since they started
Just get on the shelves!
Yeah, Veganuary, and it's not to get...
Sorry, I've never heard that before, Veganuary.
Really? It's like a marketing tool that a lot of companies got in on when veganism became trendy, and it's like for the month of January they put out so many more vegan products than they normally would. Restaurants offer more vegan options. What do they call it? It's green capitalism or consumerism or something like that, where big corporations just try to latch on to whatever's trendiest, and that at the moment happens to be things that are environmentally sustainable.
Just a big green lie.
Yeah, it's a big old green leafy lie, but it does mean that people like me get to enjoy more variety in snack food, which is also a shame because I'm not much of a snack person.
It does seem like we may
Perfect show.
That's interesting, though. I'll definitely...
Keep an eye out.
I've never heard that. I've added a word to my vocabulary. I can't pronounce
It's a
it good.
stupid word, but
it's a stupid word for sure, but...
I get very excited every January now, so...
Well, there has been a few products that I think, although I've been disappointed by others, have transitioned to like vegan versions of them really successfully, and I still enjoy them. Chief among which would be Roundtree's fruit pastels, and I think they stand supreme compared to a lot of the other ones. But specifically, the ones I brought today are the dessert pastels, and Charlie's doing his best not to make a face right now, but I already know.
I've tried these already, and I
opinion.
thought they were...
Well, they got to listen to the show and find out.
No, I'm not telling you.
Oh, that's the kind of hook we need. But yeah, to be honest, for me, again, personally for me, I guess, not everyone on the show, they've kind of been like more of a revelation. Like gone are the typical lemon, strawberry, orange and blackcurrant we see in every kind of sweet ever, and they've been replaced by cherry bakewell, mango sorbet, blueberry pie and apple crumble. Jen, you don't look convinced already.
I don't...
They got fired beforehand.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't had Roundtrees since I was very small. There was nothing wrong with the original. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know?
Well, see, I was going to say, like, to be honest, I feel like a lot of them have just kind of like, here's some nice, easy flavours, and we'll just do those from now on because they're guaranteed money makers.
Except they taste good.
I'm going to come in with an open mind on these ones. You know what? I think maybe the first time I had them, I chewed them down a bit. I'm going to really let these ones ruminate in my face hole. And
you gotta let them sit in that face hole.
You gotta let them sit.
That's it. I mean, they did all those adverts about not chewing them.
It's like a slow cooker.
I was
8
just
hours.
thinking that. I was just about to say that.
But I think these are good flavours, and I'm hoping you guys like them too, because I think everyone else should just be ashamed that they haven't stepped up their game and innovated the same way that these guys have.
Wow, for shame.
For shame.
Okay, so going ahead, we're going to see if anyone has any honourable mentions.
Jen, how about you?
So my honourable mention would have to be this amazing donut delivery service that I discovered last year. It's 100% vegan because they do a variety of amazing different flavours. They've got a flavour of the month, themes for each sort of season, like Halloween and Christmas and Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
They have the Happy Donut, which donates to homeless charities as well. It's just called the Happy Donut Company. They also do like cookie pizzas and brownies and blondies and Rocky Road and things like that. So.
Well, I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm sure
they're so
want
good.
that at the end as well.
they sound real good.
Last Christmas I had like a peanut butter and jam donut and like a profiterole one, and it was amazing.
Oh,
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah, I think at the end of the show we'll try and find the address and chuck that in. Charlie, any honourable mentions?
I mean, I was going to bring Starburst. It didn't really feel right. I do like Starburst. I love the fact that they've got their classic 4 flavours, and I'm really into the green ones and the purple ones, and Becky's really into the orange ones and the pink ones. So it's a good mix.
Perfect match.
Yeah,
in theory.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Can I actually recommend one that you can get in stores that you specifically might like?
Yeah, no, go for it. Yeah.
So I
That's
found
the whole show.
Yeah, I didn't want to pile on. But I found this in like Sainsbury's. These little like I think popcorn kernels.
Yeah.
With like sort of flavourings, you can get like sea salt, you can get like bacon or like barbecue flavoured. They do get like all over your hands, so they do like
that was
like
some points.
That lovely Cheeto stain, you know, or that lovely dust
He's
all
a
over your
furniture
hands.
ruiner.
Yeah, but no, they're really delicious. They come in like one of those nice, easy to use little bags, so they're just a good little snack.
I mean, riffing off that, actually, it's not a snack that you can necessarily just go and get whole, but I really love roasted chickpeas, and you can get a tin of roasted chickpeas and then just put whatever seasoning you want on it.
Or you can't go wrong with just like something as basic as like rice cakes and hummus, or anything in hummus, really.
See, now I would agree with the hummus and stuff like that, but Charles, you've brought to me specifically the chickpeas before. I cannot imagine a world where they are good.
They are so good.
All right.
Oh,
The ones that I bought you had far too much. It was a first try, Sam. They had too much oil on them, and they're a little bit soggy. But since then,
You perfected the recipe.
I haven't perfected it.
I do prefer when you perfect it. Let's just move on from there, I guess. I'd say there's quite a few vegan snacks that have crossed my path over the years. I'd say I champion over a few of their like meaty counterparts as well. Like the Beyond Burger, I think is absolutely amazing. I remember having something very similar when I was vegetarian, and it was probably my favourite then, and it's definitely something I really enjoy now. But I wanted to bring a more complete product, I feel, to the thing, and just a limp patty would have maybe not done the
soggy
job.
chickpeas.
I mean, I gotta say, it's nice to have a bunch of contenders that we don't have to cook.
Hang on, what is this Beyond Meat burger you speak of?
Is it the Beyond Burger or is it the Impossible Burger?
I think Beyond.
Is it from a restaurant? Do you buy it in a supermarket?
You can get them like at supermarkets and all kinds of places, but they also serve them in Burger King and a couple of the like restaurants and stuff like that, like more chain places, but they definitely have them.
It's just like a burger patty then, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mushroom.
Surprisingly
Is
good.
it mushroom?
Yeah, it's more sort of soy and that kind of thing, I think. I do have them in the freezer, but I'm not going to run and get them. I'd also like to give a shout out to Goo, the nice little dessert pot people.
Oh, yeah.
I think they've tried pretty hard to get like a nice vegan option into their kind of lineup. I'm not sure it's perfect, but I think it's pretty good.
It's not bad. Yeah. I've had better, but it's alright.
I haven't tried any of these, and I'm upset that you didn't tell me about them, because I love goo pots.
They are really good, but I mean, it's very hit or miss where you can actually find them all the time. Because I feel like, again, with the vegan stuff, you'll see them promote it for like a week, and like, oh, check out this new thing, and it's never seen again. It's like Inception. Is it there? Is it not there? Did I imagine it?
It's more like the Matrix. You've got to look for the cracks in the fabric.
The goo-shaped holes.
The shadows that maybe aren't or aren't there,
Just imagine you going into Tesco's. You know, the corridor opens up and all of these racks come out, and then you've just got vegan snacks all the way down. You're in your trench coat, looking real cool. Love it.
I do like trench coats.
Made of vegan leather. Right, well, with that then, let's move on to the next round.
But first, snack facts. Did you know more people eat at McDonald's every day than the population of the UK? And another restaurant opens every 14 and a half hours.
That's really sad.
Where do these fit? Where are they going?
Did you also know Ronald McDonald was not the original mascot? It was, in fact, a fat little chef called Speedy. And the Queen of England owns her own McDonald's near Buckingham Palace.
Whoa. Why?
I don't know.
She got those good chefs. Oh, could you imagine if the Queen worked at a McDonald's and you could go and get served by her, though?
I think maybe it is to do with Burger King.
There shall be no other royalty in our country. Strike down the King of Burger. Only one.
Bring me the head of the Burger King. That's
Snack facts.
So, Charlie, we have just tried the Alesto Texas-style barbecue crunch.
We have.
I was blown away. I think this is actually really, really nice. It's one of those things where it's got like a good texture to it. It's got a good amount of crunch. I mean, it says it in the thing.
It does.
It absolutely says it in the thing.
It's high in fibre.
It's high in fibre. It packs a lot of flavour for something like so small or anything. I imagine it will probably bring me a bunch of energy throughout the day, but I think more importantly than that, it's one of those things that styled itself as like a barbecue, whatever kind of deal kind of thing. Hasn't slathered it in stuff. There's just enough to get like a good, sweet, smoky tinge to it without it being like, oh, now it's just, I've coated my mouth with molasses and I can taste nothing else.
What kind of barbecue have you been eating?
Barbecue pulled pork, I imagine. Something
Absolutely
like that.
too much. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of basic, honestly. I think that's the thing with vegan barbecue-based snacks. Once you've tried one, you've tried them all. They're very samey. You know, it wasn't bad in any sense. It was just kind of, it didn't blow me away. It had like a perfectly fine.
It didn't have the wow factor.
Yeah, it didn't. It was fine. It was just fine. Although I did notice upon eating, I think it was the pea.
Yeah.
Pea, you know.
Where did it take you?
Not like Ratatouille where you put it in your mouth and you think
It's like,
You went on a roof
it's like,
and there was some
you know,
lightning
in the Adventure Zone when Taco drinks the ichor and it's sour cream. It's like that kind of moment just being brought back throughout. Yeah.
Unlocked it.
I can imagine like tasting some vegan things against what I normally eat. They go quite heavy on the spices.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're not so much as you said, the sort of molasses kind of ichor.
Natural
Thickness.
spices.
It's not as heavy. It's just there's a lot more of a sort of palate.
We're gonna hide whatever this lacks in like overabundance of
it's
seasoning.
Spicy. It's very that's the word. It's very seasoned, and that But again, once you've had a few examples of that, it doesn't surprise you anymore.
Yeah.
It's not. But again, it was fine. There was nothing bad about it. It was just fine.
You know when you ask your partner like an important thing or something you really care about, and they just say it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Like no.
Ugh. I'll close this out by saying, they're fine. They're fine.
That's what it made
Fine.
me think of Graze. Yeah.
But I would say this is definitely the best example I've ever had of any of that like format.
I guess going from a vegan standpoint, the fact that you get it in this tiny little plastic box instead of some more sustainable packaging, and there's not really a lot in there. I'm jabbing at my own thing. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit different for me, and I enjoyed it. I can understand why you didn't necessarily, Jen, because I'm sure it's
Some aversion.
a grain of sand in the.
It's but a drop in the ocean.
Yes, in a vegan desert.
In a very spicy ocean. Well,
And you've just thrown sand in her face. Perfect. Well, let's move on to yours. So, Jen, what did you think of your own product?
Great way to start. I was actually pleasantly surprised to be reminded of how much I actually like it. A lot more than I thought I did.
It's always a good start.
I know.
You'd hate to bring someone and just be disappointed.
Oh, I hate this.
It's always got that caramelly flavour. There was always something else underneath it, and I just realised like what it is, and it's that nice gingery flavour. So
Ginger,
it kind of
nutmeg, cinnamon.
Yeah,
It just makes me think of Christmas. Real nostalgic.
It reminds me of like gingerbread cookies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
The good ones, not the bad ones.
No, it's not like overwhelming ginger, but it's just that ever so slight underlying kick to it that makes that sweetness not quite as sweet and more palatable. And again,
it's not
like,
overwhelming or like it doesn't bring any heat to it in any way.
it's just enough heat, just the heat that you want on Christmas. Warmth.
Like
I
a
would
warm
say.
winter coat.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like crunching on a cuddle.
Yeah. I mean,
There's such a whimsy to that flavour, I think. Maybe for me, because I don't really stray into sweet things that much, a lot of the time you get that kind of sweetness that's just overwhelming and it's just sugar. That's all
It's
you
just
taste is sugar.
unpleasant. Especially the ones you get where they've just dusted sugar on top as well.
It's like it's trying too hard. And it's but this knows where it's at. It knows what it's about and it knows what it's good at.
It's not a biscuit that you just see like posing in like the local shopping mall in like some really
unpretentious-
fancy sunglasses and like a big bouffant.
It's unpretentious, but it does its job. And
It's not trying to be the Fonzie of biscuits.
no, and I think, like I said before, it's got that nice mouthfeel, that kind of snap with a little bit of a crunch.
It
with
does
some
have
crumbly.
a good snap.
It really does.
it's almost like, because I was quite surprised by it. It's been a while since I've actually had the Lotus biscuits.
Lotus.
Lotus. Is it Lotus?
It's
Lotus.
Yeah.
Lotus biscuits. It's got almost like a shortbread kind of quality to it. It's not super crunchy. It's just crunchy enough and it's quite soft.
Yeah.
And it also has really, really kind of nice depth of flavour.
It really is like that third bowl of porridge. Like it hits the uprights right in the middle. It's perfect.
I was almost a little bit offended by how you guys ate it though. I was hearing a lot of crunching to the left and right of me.
Oh, not again.
Whereas you need to suck it.
Oh, ew.
You need to suck that biscuit.
No.
You need to fill that biscuit with moisture.
Charlie.
Guys just don't know how to eat.
You're giving up your precious moisture like in June for something that's already so dry. And we have just tried the fruit pastels, dessert pastels. I mean, what did you guys think?
I'm gonna chime in here first because I think that my experience with them is somewhat better than Jen's. So, because of the coldness, they really stuck in my teeth. Normally, I'd enjoy this sweet if I was at the cinema or something, and it was something
Room
that
temperature.
Yeah, that I kept in my mouth rather than trying to chew through, so I could taste all 4 flavors in a few minutes. The blueberry was okay, quite unoffending. The cherry, there was no cherry flavor whatsoever for me. I really didn't find anything
Oh, it's
there.
cherry?
Yeah.
There was cherry bakewell was one of them, yeah.
For the apple pie, there were some subtle, interesting flavors, but it was just very mildly apple. And funnily enough, I really don't like mango, but the mango one had a good mango flavor, and I actually quite enjoyed it in comparison to the rest of them.
1 of 4.
1 of 4.
This is probably better than what I'm about to hear from Jen.
I don't want to be too mean, but I did straight spit 3 of them out because they were mine.
Quitter.
No, so complete repulsion. I did not enjoy it. I found them very difficult to chew as well, which made the whole thing so much worse. And I can still taste it in my teeth, which is great. I agree with Charlie about the cherry one. That was in air quotes. Because it was just sugar flavour to me. I did like the mango one the most. I disliked I think it was blueberry and apple one the most. The apple one, I think I figured out, the snack I had from Charlie's Snack was still in my teeth. And so I don't think those flavours
There's a bit of corn in there.
Yeah, I don't think the flavours mixed well at all there. And that was unpleasant. But I'm trying to think of something else. They were nice colours.
They looked so pretty.
They looked like they'd be a lot tastier. I was excited to eat them. Disappointed now, but at least there was some excitement there to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm glad there was, again, just one positive, even if it was nothing to do with flavour.
I mean, if I was trying the normal ones, I wouldn't have been taking them one at a time so critically, looking at the flavours of them. And I'm sure if I sat in the cinema and I was just popping them in my mouth whilst I was watching stuff, then I would have enjoyed them more.
I will say, I did buy, prior to this episode, just a whole selection of sweets, because it was made aware to me, like, oh, they're all vegan now. I was like, oh, okay, cool. They've made this big push to it. For, I would say, at least 90% of them, by removing, I'm guessing, the gelatin and stuff like that, they're just all really hard now. They are just all harder to chew.
I can actually 100% back you up on that, because I've had a couple of traditionally gummy sweets that are now vegan just to try them, and either they are way too easy to chew, they just kind of fall apart, there's no chewiness to them.
Yeah.
Or they're, as you said, way too difficult. They haven't quite found that balance yet.
Because it reminds me too much of, do you remember hard gums? Which I think were just a conspiracy made by dentists to ruin your teeth and pull out fillings.
Wait, which ones are we talking about?
Yellow Packet, I believe. Yellow Packet.
Like Roundtree's hard gums.
Yeah.
Those were a good travel sweet. They were a good car sweet. I liked them. They lasted forever.
Oh,
yeah, because you don't want to eat them.
No, I like them. The green ones were
because you want to keep your teeth.
You can just.
But
I'm not talking about
suffer.
flavour. I'm not talking
longer.
about flavour. I'm just talking about the texture.
Yeah.
The chewing quality is just the worst.
I can see maybe how they'd appeal to someone who prefers to suck as opposed to chew.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe. Let's say maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy those fruit pastels.
So I guess we can use this as a point to say, hey, sweets companies,
Do better.
do better.
Get it right.
Put dead animals back in our sweets,
No,
please.
no.
In some of them.
Well, hang on.
Give us a choice.
I don't know jack about confectionery making.
I mean, I could tell you a bunch of stuff, but we'll wait
I
till after the
forgot
show.
you do that. But one thing I thought maybe it's too horrendously simple, but in baking, one thing you can use instead of emulsifiers to give it that chewy quality is xanthan gum.
It can be quite the fickle mistress.
Maybe more xanthan gum.
More xanthan gum.
More xanthan gum. Oh, okay.
You don't want too much xanthan gum. You really don't.
Why don't you want too much xanthan gum, Sam?
It would just turn to concrete.
Oh, really?
It's really
Maybe
bad.
they put too much xanthan gum in there then.
Yeah, they fucked up. That unfortunately is what's happened.
Literally unedible.
Sam. I'm sorry, bud. Try harder.
Not again.
Mine and Sam's taste is just very different.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mine was the best. I'm not biased.
I'm the winner.
Yeah,
I think the thing is, mine is out of the running. Mine is out of the running for the judging. But it'll be interesting to see where it lies for the other two. And with that, on to the judging. Alright guys, it's time for the all-important third round where we vote for this episode's
Snack Jam!
Now, it's voting time again. We've all tried each other's snacks. Jen, would you like to go first?
Mine, obviously.
And for the ladies and gentlemen at home, can you specify?
I liked it the most. I mean, it's as simple as that. It was the most enjoyable for me to eat. The flavour was what I preferred, unlike some people. No, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it more than the Roundtrees. Roundtrees? Are they Roundtrees? I can't even remember what they're called.
Pastels.
The sad pastels. The pastas that God forgot. I enjoyed them more than that. And I did enjoy them more than Charlie's little snack pack, but that's just again because maybe that's just not my thing.
Just veganed out.
I don't think there's much rhyme or reason to my logic. I just liked it. I wanted my gut.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta like the thing.
Baby.
Yeah, I just wanted my gut.
Alright, well that was the Lotus Biscoff biscuit. Charles, what about you?
I have a feeling there's going to be unanimous on this one. I liked what I brought.
Good, that's a great start.
I liked what I brought. I can see why it's a good treat. You can eat it. You can eat lots of it. It's not bad for you. There's no sugar in it.
It's a good treat. You can eat it.
You can eat it. There's not a lot of sugar in it, so it's a good kind of like all-around snack. But the Biscoff has it really. It's not much of a competition when you go for that cold, hard, sugary crunch with that speculoos flavour. That's a word I learnt last time. It's not really a huge contest because fruit pastels aren't in the running whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
It's hard to blame you.
I'm just going to slide in a disclaimer. I'm not being mean about Sam's treats because I hate him. It's just, I really didn't like it. I love Sam. I don't like his treats.
Sam, you're great. But your treats suck.
Sam himself is a snack.
We love you.
Do I even need to vote now? Because it's already 2-3.
No, you don't.
You don't need to vote, but you can still have your voice heard if you want to.
Well, that's good news for you because it's going to be 3 for 3. Because, to be honest, I like my snack, but it has some shortcomings. I tell you what, the snack I brought, the Alceto,
Them crunches.
the Texan-style barbecue crunch. I really enjoyed those. I mean, like I said before, it's nothing new, but it was definitely the best of that thing that I've had before. But as far as Biscoff biscuits go, they are so diverse, just usable in so many things to make so much stuff better. Just forget it just being a biscuit. It's as Charlie has used before, a vehicle for flavour. And they are just fantastic.
Well, I mean, Biscoff has it then, obviously.
To summarise, I think, again, Biscoff is my choice. I like Charlie's snack, I like my snack, but it's just Biscoff. It's just the best.
It's Biscoff.
Fantastic. Well, that's going on a shirt as well. So, that is this episode's winner. So, here we are once more. We have this episode's winner, Lotus Biscoff Biscuit, versus last episode's winner and current New Year's reigning
Snacklander!
Di Serrano Amaretto. Jen, what's it gonna be?
I'd have to say the Amaretto again because it's basically the liquid format of the Biscoff, but it gets you drunk. So it's just like the new and improved Biscoff, essentially.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
It'd be so much better if we just combined them, but that's not what the question is. So.
That's not what the question is, but
guys,
I don't think you're wrong. Charles, how about you?
It's a tough decision for me. If you could inject the alcoholic goodness of Amaretto into a Biscoff biscuit, or make a Biscoff liqueur, then I might go for the Biscoff. But for me, this time round, it is the Amaretto. It's that good winter warming alcoholic beverage that I just love.
I mean, this is the thing. I feel like, again, my vote is irrelevant, which it is at this point. It's 2-3 already, but oh my god, it's Amaretto. I love the Lotus Biscoff biscuit. It is the epitome of what I think like a bit of savoury, a bit of sweet. It's spice, it's not too much, but the amaretto, the Di Serrano amaretto. It fills every need you could possibly have.
It fills every hole.
It fills every hole. It's so sweet. It's so complex. You can have it with or without anything, and it's still perfect. Charles, anything that Lotus could have done to win?
They could have made a liqueur. That's about it.
Oh, can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
A Lotus amaretto? Oh.
That would have been real good. Well, this can only mean that Charles, once again,
Biscoff lies in a trench of thick, viscous amaretto, dead.
Maybe nothing will ever beat it.
No, there will be.
You may have chosen
an
unbeatable snack.
Jen, I'm a spider.
Are you? Are you?
And so we'd like to thank our sponsors once more for supporting the show. Cocolo Treats, an online luxury confectionery brand based in Wiltshire.
They sell a variety of confectionery goods including handmade chocolate bars, creamy fudge and pick and mix sweets, as well as specialty coffee and tea.
They have a wide selection of gifts that are perfect for everyone, especially with Christmas coming up. So head to www.cocolotreats.com to browse their full collection. Thanks again.
We'd like to thank our special guest for joining us.
Is there anything at the minute that you are particularly fond of that you like to share with the people?
Yeah, so I think as we were talking about earlier, the Honourable mentioned that I brought just the website for that donut company because it is so amazing and you have to try it. By you, I mean you two specifically have to try it. That's just the Happy Donut Companies.
It's going to come up.
You'll find it.
We'll link it in the episode.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, I would love to try it myself. I know Charlie would as well. And we'll put a link down in the description.
And hey, if you don't find it with my description, then you'll find another donut website for sure. And that might...
Hey guys, there's donuts out there. You'll find donuts.
You get some donuts.
There's bad donuts, yo.
I would just like to say as well, just recommend the show if you enjoy it to someone that you think would also, maybe benefit from listening to it. Maybe, commute to work, whatever it is. But if you like the show, please tell somebody else.
Now, if you've got any suggestions, questions, or stories of your own Snaccidents, send those to snaccidentspodcast@gmail.com. Go snack yourself!
You can find us on all the regular socials, plus you can always check out our website at snaccidentspodcast.com for more.
And thank you all for listening.
Join us next episode for all new themes, all new snacks, and maybe a new
Snacklander! Keep it crunchy!